In this video, we're going to be graphing a line given its equation in point-slope form. Okay, so what is point-slope form? Well, that is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so what we can do on this first is see that m is equal to 2. M is going to be our slope, so we all already know that your slope is -2. And you might want to write that as -2 over 1 to help you use the slope when we go to graph this. Okay, now what we need is a point. Because we have a slope, what we need is a starting point, and then we can use our slope. Okay, so notice that this y1, or this formula right here, we have y, and we have minus, and then we have a 4 where y1 is. Okay, so that 4, since the sign here is the same, our y1 is equal to 4. Okay, so our point, we're going to have an x1 and a y1. Our y1 is equal to 4. Then we look over here, the formula has a minus, and so does it. Okay, so our x1 is this number right here, 2, 4. Okay, so that's the point we're going to start with, and then we're going to use this slope up here, -2 or -2 over 1. All right, so let's go to the x2 right here. So 2 on the x-axis and then 4 on the y-axis. So we'll go up to here. Okay, so we're going to start our point right there at 2 on the x and 4 on the y. Then we're going to use our slope to get a couple new points. And you can write this also as 2 over -1. Okay, just if you need to go the opposite direction. Okay, so the slope says down 2 to the right 1. So 1, 2 to the right 1. We can do that again, down 2 to the right 1. You can do that as many times as you want. Okay, so keep going until you run out of graph if you want. You could also use up to the left one. So 1, 2, and then over, and then we're out of graph there. Okay, so I'll try to make this as straight as I can. Luckily, I have a lot of points to use. Okay. So that's what the line will look like there. Okay, let's do another one. So this one, we have y minus 1 is equal to -1/3 times x plus 2. Okay, so recall that we have y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so first the slope. The slope can be written down immediately. M is equal to -1 over 3. Could also be written as 1 over -3, depending on which direction we want to use. Okay, now we look at this, and the minus sign is there, so we know that our y, just like the last time, our y is this number here. Okay, so we're going to write our x1, y1. Our y1 is going to be 1. Now we go over here to the x1, and we notice, oh, the sign's different there. Okay, so what do we do when the sign's different? Well, we know that a negative times a negative is a positive. So I can rewrite this, rewrite it down here, y minus 1 is equal to -1/3. I'm going to rewrite this as x minus, because that's what the formula says, a -2, okay? Because a negative times a negative is a positive. So this, the inside of this parentheses, is the same as the inside of that parentheses, right? But now it matches the formula. So we can say that this x is -2. Okay, so we put that -2 there, and now we have a point and we have a slope. Okay, so we go to -2 on the x and 1 on the y. It's right here. Okay, and now we can use our slope. So we'll go both directions just like last time. Down 1 because it's negative, and then to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. We could do that again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're out of graph there. And now you can also go up 1 to the left 3, up 1, left 3, and I think we're out of graph there. Okay, so we won't go any farther than that. And then we do our best to connect this line, and there's your graph. Okay, let's do one more. So for this one, we have y plus 2 is equal to 1/4 times x plus 3. So notice that both of these have pluses, so we're going to have to take care of that. Here's the formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, a slope, again, just write it down. Okay, and since it's positive, both numbers are positive, you could also rewrite this as both negative, because a negative divided by negative is also positive. So that's a helpful way of writing the slope, both of these. Okay, so let's rewrite this to make it look like the formula here. So we got a minus sign there, so we're going to do what we did on the last problem. We're going to put the minus sign there, but we also have to put a negative in front of the number there so that it is the same. So y plus 2 is the same thing as y minus a negative 2. Okay, equals 1/4 times x, put the negative sign there like the formula, but again, we'll have to add a negative to the 3 as well. There we go. So now we can say, okay, our x1 comma y1 is negative 3 for the x and negative 2 for the y. Okay, so we go to negative 3 on the x-axis and then negative 2 on the y, and we get a point. There's our point. And now we use our slope, and we can use either one or both. The positive one says you go up 1 and over 4, 3, 4, up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Or you could go negative, negative, which means down 1, left 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and here's our line. And that's it.